Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to start with sharing my condolences with the families and the friends and the entire country for the 34 souls that were lost in this exercise. Now, I just hear from my colleague that the number has gone to 39. At the same time, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to also share my sympathies with the Kenyans, innocent Kenyans whose properties were either looted or vandalized. I also stand here, Mr. Speaker, sir, because often little problems that happen tend to overshadow the bigger picture of what our security forces have been able to do. While there are rogue security officers that have caused a lot of pain to Kenyans, but there are those that have really stood very firm to protect this country from going into anarchy, and by making sure they abided by keeping law and order without also violating the rights of our protesters as enshrined in the Constitution. I say this because I watched a very emotional video, Mr. Speaker, sir, where an armed police officer with a gun, with everything, was chased down the street. He could have opted to use the gun to protect himself, but accepted to be clobbered by the mob for the sake of making sure that extrajudicial killing does not happen. And we have such security officers that we must have, applaud and also share our sympathies with them for doing an excellent job. Mr. Speaker, sir, allow me to also congratulate Generation Z for the unprecedented success in this country. And what they have achieved over a few days is going to go down the democratic space of this country as an indelible mark in the nation, Kenya, for many years to come. Mr. Speaker, sir, for many people, maybe understanding the plight of Gen Z was a very difficult issue. I have a daughter who is in Form 2, Mr. Speaker, and I was away. I called. She was in midterm break, and I called to say bye-bye because she was going back to school. And the only question she asked me, Baba, can I ask you something? Are you supporting the finance bill? And she's in a boarding school. And I told her, no, Baba, I'm not supporting. And she said, had you answered you're supporting Baba, I would never been able to raise my head up in school because everybody knows my father is a member of parliament. These are the unfortunate scenarios we have, whereas maybe the adults don't understand. Our Gen Z have really understood what is bedeviling them. Mr. Speaker, sir, maybe it's worth to reflect on what is the true frustration of Gen Z. And they try and comb through the budget to see if there is only hope contained in that budget that is going to really help them out. And they see nothing. And they see an opportunity that oppresses more in the finance bill, and that has boiled into a situation where they had taken the matters into their hand. Madam Speaker, sorry, I did not notice the seat has changed. Madam Speaker, while I congratulate Gen Z for exercising their right to demonstrate and share their concerns, I also wish to point out that the exercise of freedom of picketing should be practiced in moderation and with a lot of control, so that the exercise of that right does not infringe on the right of others, as it is. Madam Speaker, true wisdom lies in recognizing that smart people do not invite anarchy upon themselves, but rather find every little opportunity for them to fight anarchy.